Why being a sports card collector, why does that suck right now? There's a bunch of different ways I was looking at it. We just got back from Target and we went to a hobby shop. And I was just talking back and forth with one of my friends. And we were talking back and forth, comparing it to like years in like the 80s and 90s. And why does being a sports card collector suck right now? And the first reason is totally different than when I was a kid. There's a lot of scams out there. If you go on eBay, if you go on these other places like Facebook Marketplace, sometimes you have these people that are making cards that are not even the real cards, and we see that a lot. And even the graded things are sometimes incorrect and the wrong cards, and they're fake grades. So you have to really watch out and be aware of like these cards because they look exactly like the cards that you might get. If I'm looking for like a CJ Stroud, green velocity, I might go on eBay. Oh, there's a CJ Stroud green velocity for $50, where they're usually going for $300 or $400 on the Donruss Optics front, and $50. Oh, I pay money, $50, get it, and it's a fake card. So it's hard to tell online what these cards are and how they're fake, and how to kind of you know wheedle out the ones that are not really real and the ones that are real. So it's really a tough job to do in this day and age because you have things like Facebook Marketplace, eBay. You have AI. I mean, if you guys know what AI is, and Chat GTP and all these different places where you can put in a 5 paragraph essay and write it. You can do like questions for a video, and you can even put in like ask them questions about whatever, and it gives you all these different answers. You can also make them have them make like a fake card up for you, and these fake cards are these fake pictures, and going online, they're almost lifelike. And this is like recently, in the last 1 or 2 years, this has been recent that AI has been kind of taking over this front. So like when you're wheedling through information online and cards online, you got to watch out for these scams because it's a crazy world, and it's not going to get any easier in 5 years and 10 years. What's going to be like now? This video might be out of date because in 10 years, who knows what's going to happen with the AI, and you won't be able to discern from real life anymore. So it's going to be very difficult as technology progresses to see what's happening with all these cards, and then even the world around us with memes and people and their voices. And it's just crazy to think how things have changed just over the last couple of years with AI and what's going to happen in the next 5 years. Also, why it sucks. I mean, supply chain issues. Back in the day, man, I always went when I was a kid, when I was 12, 13 years old, we always went to the hobby shops or Walmart or whatever, Target, and there was always cards there. You can always find cards there. You can always find the blaster box if you wanted to and open up with your dad or your son or your grandpop, or get it for Christmas or a birthday gift. Now it's like I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to Target, I'm going to the GameStop, I'm going to these places, and it's like 50% of the time I'm finding nothing. And this is like in a pretty large area where there's a lot of Targets and a lot of Walmarts and things like that. Half the time I'm finding nothing on the shelves, like nothing at all, other than like card guards or maybe some the Pokemon stuff. But like sports cards, yeah, it's very rare to find some stuff. When I do find stuff, I try to get as much as I can afford and just hold on to it, and just open it up slowly, even though it sits on my desk for maybe a month or 2 months, and just open up slowly because I have cards, and who knows when you're ever going to be able to find them again. On Amazon, they're overpriced. On eBay, they're overpriced. So you want to try to find them in real retail because it saves you money. But there's supply chain issues for some reason. Maybe going back to COVID and going from there. But I mean, it's been 4 years now. Supply chain issues is a tough thing to do. And if you can find them, it's a good job. You go to hobby shops. I love to support local businesses. Right, but sometimes the hobby shops, they may be $10 more than retail. If I'm trying to find 3 or 4 boxes, I'm paying $50 more than what I should. That's tough. It's tough, especially nowadays. Another issue is inflation and high prices. I mean, I'm getting a Topps Chrome 2024 baseball cards, and it's like $42. And I might open that thing up, and there might be worth like a dollar card or a $2 card in there, and that's it. It's tough, like hobby boxes. You can spend for like the Cosmic Chrome. It's like $500 for a hobby box for the Topps Cosmic Chrome for 2023 or 2024, the last year of this year's model. I mean, maybe you're like me, maybe you're not like me, but I'm not spending $500 for a hobby box. And then what am I going to get? What am I guaranteed? At least I can spend $25 or $35 for a blaster box and get maybe a $30 card or a $20 card, maybe an $80, $90 card, depending on, if you get a good card or a one-on-one or a low numbered card or an autograph, whatever. But inflation is just crazy. I mean, these blaster boxes, they should be no more than $25, for these boxes. And that's, you can get a Topps updated series for, I think it was like $24, $23 on Amazon. That's not bad. I can get a couple of those boxes and get them and open them up for, whatever. But I mean, some blaster boxes or mega boxes, I know those Donruss Optics, man, like, yeah, they're $40, but you can sell them for $85, $90 for a blaster box. And then for a mega box, they're like $130. That's ridiculous. And what are you guaranteed? Nothing. So it's unbelievable how inflation over the last 4 years have driven up these prices so crazy that the everyday collector can't afford that stuff. And if you can afford it, you're not getting more than one or two boxes every few weeks or month or whatever, because they're just so outrageously expensive. So it's just unbelievable, and that just makes you sad because you have kids going into Walmart, you have kids going into Target, and parents are working two jobs, and now you're going into the thing and you want to get a blaster box, and it's like $40 for a blaster box. Am I going to get a blaster box of cards, or am I going to get a $60 video game? So it's like, what's going to last longer? I mean, you're into the card hobby, you're into video games, you got to pick your poison, but I mean, it's tough because everything's so outrageously expensive. Also, there's a lot of overproduction happening right now. Overproduction is just crazy. Like if I get a Topps updated series blaster box, 95% of them are base cards, and they're worth like nothing. Worth like $1, or worth 50 cents, 25 cents, cent, whatever it is, right? So overproduction is an issue. If I have over the course, I got maybe a Topps updated, and maybe I got like over the last month or so, we got some birthday gifts for the blaster boxes. I got some gifts, for for Father's Day or whatever that could be, or for gifts for Halloween for the kids or whatever that could be, right? Maybe I got like 5 blaster boxes of the Topps updated, and it fills up maybe like a half a row in my big box, my cardboard box. And, what did I get from that? I might have got like an Ellie De La Cruz. I think I got like a 35-year anniversary card that was worth like maybe $20. Other than that, I maybe got like a $2 card, $3 card here or there. But I mean, maybe a Halloween parallel, $5, but I did not even come close to make my money back, and all of it is base cards. That's fine if you want to collect. I'm not really in it to make money, and we're not in it to make money, but it's fine if you want to collect and keep your collection and have it for 10 years, 20 years, 100 years. You pass it down to your grandkids, great grandkids. Like, oh, look at this card, it's 100 years old. That's pretty cool, because not many people save their cards. I like to save it and have it and talk about it. Oh, I opened up this card, and we're doing a lot of videos now of opening cards for our Pack a Day challenge on Instagram and TikTok. So that's cool. They can see that stuff, and then they can look back in 50 years and be like, oh, yeah, you opened up this card, and this is where I found it, and things like that. That's what we're really into it. But if you're in it trying to flip things and make money, it's better to buy singles. Go in and buy a single of a rookie, try to get a good card for a low price, and you hold on to it and maybe sell it in a couple of years, or if they make the Hall of Fame or whatever that could be. The last one I kind of thought of and we were talking about was market volatility. The market goes up and down. Like I said in my last video, like the stock market goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. It fluctuates so much that I'm holding on to a Shohei Ohtani, and maybe that's great, and maybe next year he'll blow his knee out and be done for forever. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's hard to hold and hope. It's a very low chance of getting a good card, and maybe you're getting like an NHL card. Matvei Michkov, right? He's a really good flyer, and he's like one of the top rookies this year for NHL. Maybe I hold on to his card and I hold on to it for 5 or 10 years, and maybe it goes up in value. Maybe he gets hurt and he's done, and then I should have sold it right off the bat and made the money off the bat. So volatility changes so much just because of the cards, and if they get hurt, or what kind of card you have, or Topps worth more than Big League Baseball, or is Big League Baseball worth more than Topps Chrome, or whatever that could be. It changes so much for the volatility, and it almost goes by day, and you have to keep updating it on like eBay. Okay, what cards, how much is this going for? Go by the recents and look at what card is this going for, how much is this going for, how much is this going for, and it really helps you out to see how much these cards are going for, and if you want to hold on to them, or if you want to sell them and make some money and get more boxes in the future. I'm really holding everything and not really in it to make money, just really to hold it and open up cards boxes with my kids and eventually maybe my grandkids and their grandkids and things like that. And just to experience the hobby and have fun and just, do something other than just, being on an iPad or a phone the rest of our lives. So that's what we're really in it for. And that's our job as parents, I guess you can call it, is to look at all these things, but also, experience that with our kids, because that's what I did with my dad, and he did with his dad, and just passing it down, just like traditions, like for like holiday traditions or Christmas traditions or Thanksgiving traditions or things like that. But yes, so being a sports car hustler kind of sucks right now, but these factors kind of make it why it sucks. Hopefully, some of these factors make it get a little bit better about supply chain or inflation or overproduction. Hopefully, that changes around a little bit. And you can always go different places and get cars that are not overproducted, but they're a little bit more expensive, like the Onyx ones and things like that. But other than that, let us know what you think in the comments. Hopefully, you like this video. Give us a sub. Talk to you guys later.